Tutorial, I'll show you how to write a simple case block. It is similar to what we call a switch case block in other programming languages. I'll show you an example script that I have already prepared just to save your time. Here I have my shell specified. Let's have a look at these echo statements first. They are simply presenting a menu or a question and possible answers to select from. And then we have our read command here with the -p. We have the prompt specified and a variable named choice that will store the input received from the user. And then we have our case block here. The entire case block is here. Please note that we use the keyword case and then a variable which we have already used here and the keyword in. And please note here that we close the case block by reversing the word case, that is, we reverse its spelling. Please read it this way, that in case of this variable having a value in the list provided here or up to this. As you can see here, we can have multiple choices, so we can either enter the digit 1 or enter the digit 2 or enter the digit 3 or enter the digit 4 or enter the digit 5. This block, you see, I have mentioned an asterisk there. So it's like the else block of an if statement. So just in case if none of these values is entered, then a default course of action can be carried out or taken. Please note that these values have to be constants. So I have specified the digit 1 here and the closing parenthesis and these two commands. If that value is found stored in this variable, we can have any number of commands here or any other program or any other shell script. After these two statements, I have these two semicolons to signal our script that you don't have to check further because we already found a match right here. If that is not the case, then this block will be skipped. If that is not the case, then this block will be skipped. The next value 2 will be checked, and if that is what is already stored in the variable choice, then these statements will be executed. After running these commands, we don't want any further check to be performed, so we have these two semicolons. So you notice we have two semicolons after each sub block inside the case block, and here in the default block we can write these two semicolons or we can ignore them. It would not make any difference. It's just a matter of choice or clarity. So I can have them here too. Let's insert one statement here which will be carried out. So anything that's coming after the case block will be executed as usual. Let's save the file and quit. Let's add the executable permission. And now let's run the script. So you see the menu or the question and the options have been printed out, and the read command is presenting the prompt, and we need to provide an input. So let's enter 1, and the related commands have been carried out and the messages have been printed out. Let's rerun the script and enter 5 this time, and you see the answer is correct and the next statement has been printed out, and we still see the message thanks here as we saw here, because that is outside the case block, so that command would be executed anyhow unless we are forcefully exiting in between. Let's enter 6, which is not a valid choice, and you see oops message is there. Let's rerun it and enter A. Again you see oops. Let's clear the screen and see the source again. So you see how this script is working. When we entered the letter A, what happened? The value got stored in the variable choice, and the inside the case block the control was checking, the script or program was checking if that value is found or listed in here. So none of these digits or values matches with the input stored in the variable choice. So this block got executed. So a star is there to catch everything else not mentioned above. It's that much simple. Let's see one more example. What happened when we entered 6, similar to what happened when we entered the alphabet letter A. Okay, the digit 5. When we entered the digit 5, this value was not matched, so the section was skipped, and so on up to this. All these sections were skipped. Here the value or the digit 5 was matched. Hence, this block was executed. Correct. All other statements are true. Let's see if that was the message we got when we entered the digit 5. Let's see what happened when we entered the digit 1. Incorrect option selected. You can embed a white space in a variable name in bash. Let's verify. When we entered the digit 1, the value got stored in the variable choice, and this value was matched inside the case block, and this block was executed. Because of these two semicolons, no further test was carried out and no other statements or commands were executed. All these were skipped. The control went past the closing of the case statement, and as we specified this command to be executed anyhow, so this message thanks was printed out. So we can have multiple if else also or embedded if else also to replace this case block. I have shown how to use simple if else blocks or complex if else blocks or embedded if else blocks in my previous video tutorials, so you can watch them just in case you missed them. That's all for this session, folks. Thank you for watching.